going to the voter, look, people are frustrated in our state. In some of our counties, we have very long lines. We've got to restore confidence in our election. So I've asked our Secretary of State to sit down with our supervisor elections. Almost all of them are elected. Some are Republicans, some are Democrats, and get their feedback. What went wrong? Why did we have long lines? Why did it take them so long to get the results to us? Because we compile them at the state based on the information that our elections give us. So we need to have bipartisan legislation that I think deals with three issues. The one is the length of these ballots. I mean, I've got the ballot here from Miami-Dade, 12 pages of ballots. This took some people 40 minutes to get through. So we've got to deal with the length of our ballots. And there were local issues, state issues, and it was just too long.
There are some people.
We've got to give more flexibility.
Go ahead. You said more flexibility.
I think there's three things. One, the length of the ballot. Two, we've got to allow our supervisors more flexibility on the size of their polling locations. And three, the number of days we have. We've got to go back and look at the number of days of early voting we have.
There's some people who said you could have extended early voting. I mean, I guess I'm asking how much of a blame do you hold in this, or do you hold yourself accountable for? Because there are people who blamed you very vociferously, frankly, for not extending early voting. And when you look at some of the polling, Quinnipiac has a poll out. Does Governor Scott deserve a second term? 52% say no. And in your own party, more than half the people say they'd like another candidate to challenge you. So how much of this is you're suffering the consequences of some of the things that you could have changed?
Well, so I complied with the law. We had an election bill that was passed my first year in office by the legislature. It was approved by the Justice Department. So I complied with the law, and that's, when you're the governor, you've got to comply with the law, and that's what I did. But we do need change. We've got to have a bipartisan group come together, Republicans and Democrats, and say, we've got to improve this. We've got to restore the confidence of all Americans in the election process.